I think he's like one of those people that's like, are you? Oh, I was like, hey, Kurt, thanks for having me over. Anywhere I can put my coat? Oh yeah, just put it in the closet over there. Thanks, man. Open it up, dead bodies. I'd be like, cool. Put your coat in there and just go along because you're like that. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm curious what he's going to do against the Niners.
The thing is that I'm curious what everybody else is going to do against the Niners, and I'm just like, whatever about Kurt. Like,
Thielen's injury is... Oh, we should probably not talk about this stuff yet.
yeah.
I'm going to throw my gum away.
Have you seen, like, have you ever heard of the band Trivium? Like, they stream all of their concerts live on Twitch.
Oh, that's neat.
And, like the drummer does it too. Like, right now, he's live right now, just kind of... just fucking around doing drum stuff.
Did Em tell you we started Watchmen?
Yeah.
We watched episode 2 tonight.
What do you think about it? Have you read the book?
No, I saw the movie and know about the differences in the book.
I like that they just pretty much totally dismissed the movies.
Yeah, I didn't mind the movie. I've only seen it
I don't
like
mind the
once or
movie. I
twice.
don't mind the movie either.
Yeah.
I should say. Are you wearing shit?
No.
It's just right there, I guess.
Yeah, we're like right here.
But I'm in the same boat. I didn't mind the movie either. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I have it. It's over there.
Yeah.
You know? But like...
I fell in love with Malin Ackerman in that movie.
I heard a story about... who was it? My brother? Someone was telling me a story about how someone was watching that movie and then that hardcore like sex scene came with her and that dude.
Patrick Wilson.
And someone stood... Like, some people stood up in the movie theater and walked out.
That is funny.
I thought it was pretty great.
I had a girlfriend that looked like Malin Ackerman with the brunette wig. I always wanted her to wear that outfit.
No.
I fell in love with Malin Ackerman from
Heartbreak
Harold
Kid?
and Kumar.
Okay.
Harold and Kumar.
That's right. She, yeah. Man, she's been topless a lot.
You can. Hey, come down after dinner with my wife.
What? Oh man, I love that movie.
Just another Maloney. Anthony, is that Anthony Maloney? No.
The guy.
Yeah.
Christopher Maloney.
I was gonna say
Christopher Maloney.
because it wouldn't be Anthony, because it'd be Tony Maloney.
Tony Maloney. Oh, that's awesome.
Tony Maloney.
Tony Maloney here.
Yo, it's me, Tony Maloney.
Hey, M's on. Hello.
Like Tony Maloney.
Oh, have you ever seen The Haunting of Hill House?
Yes. Watch that.
I've been, Brittany's a huge fan, so, and I've been, she's not, she's a human, but I've been watching that, so she's been, because she was pushing it on me, but I have enjoyed it immensely, and I don't get scared at stuff, and I still don't. This show doesn't like rattle
It's
me or
more
whatever.
jump scares.
Yes. The part where the sisters are having the conversation in the car and the dead sister screams between them, I went, oh, okay. Like the hair stood up. It scared the bejesus out of me.
Did they crash after that?
She pulls over and then the one lady runs out of the car and cries in the grass for a scene that's like 2 minutes too long.
The one that screamed was the one that went back to the house, right, at the end?
No, so I have the final episode left to watch. I'm going to watch that probably
Oh,
tomorrow.
cool.
No, I haven't ruined anything. They're all heading back to the house.
Yes, okay, good.
Yeah, no, they're all heading back to the house. I just watched the episode where we find out about the mom side of things.
Her side of things was...
She's crazy. No, it's the ghosts were like convinced. I'm totally ruining this for anybody who's watching. But like the ghosts were convincing her that the twins were going to die unless she woke them up from the dream. So she poisoned the one little girl with the T, who happens to be the Dudley's daughter. I'm guessing it's the Dudley's daughter. It's a pretty good. It's a good guess.
In that room.
Yeah. So that I just watched that
There's
episode.
twins?
They're the twins, Luke and
Leia?
I don't even know the name anymore. It's fantastic. That's it. Luke and Leia.
Yeah,
Did you
Luke and
see
Leia
the new
twins.
Star Wars?
I did.
You like it?
I did.
Yeah. So did I.
They jam-packed a lot in.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't we talk about this already?
I think so. I'm soberish, so it's different now. Hey, can I ask you a personal question?
Okay.
Because I suffer from the same thing from time to time.
What?
What the fuck's going on with that beard hair? That's like
Oh, yeah.
straight.
I don't know. Like, I think it's like, you mean here?
Yeah, right
These?
there. So it looks like you straightened it. Like
Yeah.
that was the one.
I think it has to do with my coat.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I sit down, like, my coat kind of comes up.
Are you on a bus for a while?
Yeah, and I'm on a bus, so I think it just kind of does that. And then I think it might do the same thing with, like, my, like, polos. Because my collars come up on my polos. But, yeah, it's always this side, though. It's always right here on
I've
this
seen you
side.
playing with it. Like the same thing happens. Mine sticks out, but I think it's just like this patch of hair grows longer than everywhere else because this one always gets sticks out.
On this side, it grows differently, and it does this. So, like, what I do, when it gets longer, I just, like...
Yep.
But then I can't do it now because I can tell that it's, like... It would make it cut weird up, like, if I cut it right now.
There was a lightning deal on Amazon the other day, whatever, it doesn't matter. Excuse me, and I purchased it. It's an ergonomic beard brush. It's honestly just a fucking beard hair straightener. I tried it yesterday, and it just makes my beard straight.
Does it heat up?
Yeah, like heats up and you brush your beard, and it's supposed to like detangle it and shit. I don't know how much I'll use it. It's fun.
That'd be nice if you had a... Like,
If I had a longer beard, it'd be
it
good.
would have been dynamite for right before I shaved
Yeah.
this, like...
Yeah.
Because
So now I think I've decided I'm going to try to grow the beard back out. Not as like neck beardy as the last time I grew it out. It was a lot of neck beard last time.
I usually let it when I let it grow.
Let it grow. Let it grow.
So I said grow. I was gonna say that. No, I decided to go with grow. I don't shave here ever. I just like I have this kind of beard, and then I don't because
Okay.
to trim it up, I'll trim down here and then
Yeah.
like to the sides to kind of make it straighter. But like when I don't shave, I just don't at all ever anywhere except for here.
Yeah, I have the occasional like whiskers here, like fucking half inch to an inch from the rest of my beard.
Oh, really?
I have like a white hair that grows right here. Also, I have white, brown, red, and black all throughout my beard. It's insane. It's bizarre. And the black ones are like thick black.
I'm gonna need a lot more whites.
Yeah, happens. You know what though? You're not going white as fast as I figure you would have with having twins. You know?
Yeah, I feel like, and this is a big knock on wood moment, that like my hair has kind of like stopped because it's super like, or maybe it's not noticeable when it's longer, but like
Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now, man.
I didn't shower today, so it allows me to do this.
Yes. Looking like it has volume.
Yeah, right.
What a weird podcast start. We haven't even started.
No,
This is
technically we haven't started.
just-
We're just shooting the shit.
yeah. It's because we don't hang out anymore.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Bullshit.
Dude, so I was chopping wood the other day.
Okay.
True story. And I was cutting a tree down actually. It was like this. And the axe got away from me. Look at that fucking bruise, man.
Ugh.
Like the handle just slammed into my knee. And I dropped the axe and I just started running around.
Well, it's better than like I don't know the axe.
Everybody thought I'd put the axe in my foot. Because I had to chop it at a downward angle.
I've only hit it. Was that when you were getting rid of like? Was that when you were getting rid of like Brittany's parents?
Yeah. We cut
Tree
down
or
that tree
something?
this week. And then I chopped down an apple tree.
That's like illegal.
Except I didn't chop it all the way down. I started chopping, and then her grandpa was like, I'm just going to push it down and get the root out, which is a smart thing, but I didn't get to chop my tree down.
Yeah.
And I was going to town on that fucking thing.
All for naught.
I know.
I was I had to. I think as a punishment when I was younger, I had to chop a bunch of wood, and so
Your dad just wanted to build you up strong.
now it was a punishment. For, like, my brother. It's funny because my brother just had to do it because we had a wood burning stove. So like when he was a kid, he had to just go out and chop wood with
How much
Dad.
older than he? How much older is he than you?
8 years.
Oh, okay.
And
Are you the youngest?
yes, I'm the youngest. And they got rid of like the wood burning stove at some point when I was at home. But and then I don't think that's all they had. They just used it during the winter a lot. But he just had to do it. It was just part of his thing, like washing the dishes.
Yeah.
And then he was irate when like it was a punishment for me. Hilarious. Yeah, it was sweet though. Like he had a big freaking log there, and you just put one on there, and it was like one of those long-handled ones. So I would square it up and then lift it over my head, but then have both hands on the end of the handle and just go, bam, and just split it.
Yeah, I got this. I like did some review searching and spent like $56 on an axe, like a wood splitting axe. This was a while ago, so I have to sharpen it now. And that thing is awesome. It's like you have a log like this, you just bring it up and let the weight and your power come down and it just splits the fucking thing. But there were some, like her dad and I, Brittany's dad and I took a crack at a couple stumps that were like one stump that was like this big, and it took us a really long time. We both gave up on it. It sucked.
Well, those are the kind that you use to like put the wood on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a workout, I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of exhilarating. Have you ever seen Mr. Robot?
No. You've recommended it.
They do that in Mr. Robot.
Wood chopping?
I mean, there's like one episode or two where he's like, you need to fucking de-stress or something. Like he's go chop this wood or whatever. And he did.
Something about him, his face.
I don't think it was him.
Oh.
It was another character.
Was it Christian Slater? Because I don't like Christian Slater either.
It wasn't Christian Slater.
Okay.
Is it his face that you don't like? Not Christian Slater, but Rami Malek.
Yeah. His eyes. It kind of look like his eyes are trying to escape his head.
It's funny though because like he fits in that show because he's kind of a weirdo in that show. Like he's like a tech indoor like social problems kind of guy. So like his look kind of makes it all that much better.
He's the next Bond villain, which kind of fits. I feel like they wouldn't have had to do much makeup if they wanted to make him a creepy Bond villain.
It's more about how you act as a Bond villain nowadays.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz.
He's in it too.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Did he escape before?
No, he gets interrogated by Daniel Craig.
Oh, so he didn't get killed?
No.
I don't remember the last one. Spectre.
I liked it. Wasn't as good as Skyfall. Skyfall was so good.
I liked Casino Royale.
Yeah, Casino Royale was really good too. Quantum of Solace was a letdown. Enjoyable, but a letdown.
Is Quantum of Solace the one that they were in, where they were in Venice at the beginning? No, or in the end.
Fuck, I don't remember. I feel like they're always in Venice.
Yeah.
But that one
Specifically, what's her face gets axed because she drowns because she saves him or something.
That's in Casino Royale.
Is that the end of Casino?
Yeah, Casino Royale is like 2.5 hours long. It feels like it's two movies. Because remember, like Mads Mikkelsen, whatever, he gets killed, and then he like Bond retires or goes on vacation, and she's with him, but then she like takes the money, and we find out that she double-crossed Eva Green, double-crossed Daniel Craig, and then she eventually drowns. That's the first one.
And the second one, he's kind of got depression because of her.
Yeah, Quantum of Solace is like he doesn't trust anyone. A woman drowns in oil. There's a woman gets put into his room whose lungs were full of oil. Who's the fucking villain in that one?
Isn't it the beginning of What's His Dick? Christoph Waltz?
Christoph Waltz was Spectre. Skyfall was fucking what's his dick?
I thought Waltz was in
No
two
Country
of
for
them.
Old Men. No Country for Old Men.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
No, Christoph Waltz I thought was just in last one and then this one.
But I thought like Christoph Waltz was like the overarching bad guy that was kind of like pulling the strings of everybody else. Is that wrong? Because he smoked what's his face with a sniper rifle or something, and he was like Mr. White or something.
No, that was someone else. You're thinking of a different. I need to remember who the villain is in Quantum of Solace. I feel like that'll tie it all together. You know what? I have a fucking phone here. Should just check.
You know what? I remember when we were playing Rock Band and I was doing Skyfall, and I didn't realize that nobody else had any parts. So it was just me singing Skyfall. It's actually a pretty embarrassing moment now that I think back on it.
Hey man,
But I was up front. Nobody was. And when I'm playing, I zone out.
Quantum of Solace.
Quantum of Prolapse.
David Harbour's in that one?
Really?
That's interesting.
Immediately when someone told me that Rami Malek was in the new Bond villain, I was thinking to myself, were they making him Odd Job? Or no, Jaws, the one with the metal mouth. I'm like, wouldn't he look perfect with metal jaw?
Yeah,
like,
but he's way too small.
yeah, but still.
Did that not? I can't find out. I don't remember who that villain was. Quantum of Solace just was not memorable. Dominic Green, Matthew
Tyron.
Amalric. I don't know.
Hey Google, who is the villain in Quantum of Solace?
Dominic Green. According to Wikipedia, Matthew Amalric as Dominic Green, the main villain.
That's bitchin'. Alexa probably wouldn't know that shit.
Did you know that was the girl from a HBO show? It's like a comedy. It's on right now. I want to say it's a. It's called not Speechless, something less.
I just saw the mouth it.
Shameless or no, not Shameless.
I've actually never seen Shameless, but I feel like it's been on too long.
I heard it's really good, actually.
Yeah? Guess William H. Macy has to do some work while his wife is in prison. Oh, did I tell you I've decided to reopen the arm and that the sleeve is not done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to do this part. And it's going to suck.
You don't tell me. You told me who it was, and I have to remember.
Yeah, did we talk about this last week?
Yes.
Forgot that we podcasted on Friday.
Yeah, it's weird because it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, HBO? Just tell me what I want to know, you fuck.
Oh, is it, I can see the, I don't know, man.
Insecure.
Is it that attractive lady on that show? I know, I'm picturing,
Depends on
I have
what
HBO Go, so I always see like that screen and there's, I think it's the show.
She looks like this all the time?
Oh, then I have no idea.
You know?
You ever seen Fleabag?
No, but I guess I gotta watch it because everybody.
Because I'm just talking about it a bunch.
Well, M did, but then like Alex is
Pretty good.
talked about it a lot. I've heard, that's what I've heard. So I gotta watch it, I guess.
Oh God, I really want to check out the new Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I haven't
season.
ever really seen Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I've seen the occasional episode here or there, and it's funny. It's funnier than Seinfeld to me.
I watched the first one episode, and I was just like, oh. It was like watching the British Office for me. But
Oh yeah, I love the British Office.
yeah, me too.
That's my favorite. That and also when after he does his set and he's like standing there, the guts out, and he's shirtless, and the girl walks in and he goes, that is one of my favorite David Brent moments.
That is a pretty great. He has like a movie.
Yeah, the It's like he goes out to make a music video or something, right?
Oh yeah, he made a music video. But I think it's like him trying to go on tour or
Yeah.
something. Like the music video is fantastic. Because I think it's an actual song that he redoes.
It's not Careless Whisper, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's something like that though. Like did you know that like Ricky Gervais was actually in like a band,
Mhm.
but it was like he looked like Flock of Seagulls and he sounded like David Bowie.
David Brent. Life on the Road. David Brent, Life on the Road.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought they made the video and stuff for the actual show. Like one of the last.
I thought so
many
too.
Episodes.
I haven't actually watched this yet. I really liked I loved the Office holiday, the Christmas episode or whatever. The follow up.
Yeah, right.
Enjoyed that one.
If you don't know me by now,
Did you ever watch Extras?
oh yeah, I'm a big Ricky Gervais fan, so I've seen
Okay.
pretty much all his stuff.
hated is a strong word. Did not like the invention of lying.
I thought it was all right.
I just didn't think it was very good. Especially after, like, I really liked that one where he saw ghosts.
Mm.
So I was disappointed after that, and after I had seen all the Office and shit.
Kind of forgot about that one.
Mainly because it was just, I don't know.
He's kind of stopped being in things for a while. I've even seen what's that show where he
Afterlife?
plays. No, I started watching that.
How's that? I think my brother said it's depressing.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty much. But there's a show he's doing before that was called The Name of Somebody. Like,
Oh, is it where he's like an orderly or a...
yeah, but he's kind of mentally handicapped.
Yeah, I've had no interest in watching that show.
I saw it. It was all right. I watched that whole thing, but it wasn't that great. But he had like An Idiot Abroad with Carl Pilkington and stuff.
Mhm.
I watched that shit. Oh my god.
I've heard good things about that one.
Have you ever seen?
I love his stand-ups.
I think on HBO. Yeah, I think on HBO they had the Ricky Gervais show.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like because he had a podcast, and then they animated
With
it.
Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, him, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington. Oh man, I was fucking dying. I still go back and watch them every once in a while. Like I've listened to all the podcasts, and then I went back, and I think it's on HBO. So if you have it, you should watch. Look up the Ricky Gervais show.
I feel like I have. I don't think I've watched it though.
Oh.
I was on a really big Ricky Gervais kick like 10 years ago when I started The Office and the Extras.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of other shit because
Yeah.
I didn't think he could do anything wrong at that point.
Well, I did the same thing. I watched Life's Too Short, which is basically like Warwick Davis, the Willow.
Yeah. Have I seen that one?
It's a show about Warwick Davis trying to get work, basically, and like Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant were like guys he kept going back to and being like,
That was an actual show? I thought it
Yeah.
was a bit.
no, it's a whole show.
The fuck? I just feel like I saw the one bit. I thought it was a bit.
It's called Life's Too Short. There was this one where I'm pretty sure it was an episode. I think it's episode 1 actually. They call in Warwick Davis, Stephen Merchant, and Ricky Gervais, and they're sitting there talking to him, and they're like, "Well, I got big news for you. Johnny Depp, wants to work with you or whatever." And
Derek, by the way.
Derek, yeah. And he's trying to, and he's like, "Oh, sweet, I'm gonna be in a new movie, blah blah blah." Like, and it turns out that like in the movie, Johnny Depp is going to be playing like a small person, and he wants to just like hang out with Warwick Davis to like know what it's like or whatever. Oh man, it's pretty good.
There was a TV series with 9 episodes, Learn Guitar with David Brent.
Really?
Yes.
God,
The fuck?
when did that come out?
2013.
Wow.
The brilliant singer and songwriter David Brent offers guitar lessons which are almost guaranteed to teach you absolutely nothing.
That's fantastic.
Wow. I wonder if that's I mean, it's got to be real. The Return of David Brent. There's a lot of David Brent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Life's 2 Years Short. 7 episodes between 2011 and 2013.
Yeah, they're all on YouTube. All those Learn Guitar with David Brent ones. Oh yeah, he came up with that song called "Free Love Freeway." It's on here. You can learn that.
Ah, fantastic. Oh, he was in an episode of Spaced? Oh, I love Spaced.
There was this one documentary with him in it about him going on a stand-up tour and with one of his buddies.
I have seen that.
Yes, that's it.
That's the same
That's
one?
it, Emily. We've talked about this. Come on now. Simmer down now. Yeah, it's that one.
We should probably actually start this podcast,
yeah,
huh?
let's do that.
Sorry, if anyone besides Emily is watching. Emily also
Nobody
saying,
besides Emily's watching. She loves this.
wow, the defensive coordinator for Baylor is also going to go. to
I
the
saw that.
Panthers.
Shh, spoilers.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! I'm just going to take it, that's my RQ. Hey, guys!
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going. Hey, Juice Nation.
Juice.
What do you, we're on Twitch right now, and I know Emily's watching. Is anyone else watching? Well, I didn't tweet. That was one thing that Jesse and I were just talking about when we were interrupted by, you.
Do you think that our tweets like generate any viewers?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes our tweets let like Jim, Step, and Danielle know we're on.
That's true. A lot of times though, when we come on, they like are there before that, right? Or maybe that's just.
I don't know. I should just tweet.
Yeah,
huh?
just tweet it out.
Why don't you just talk a little bit?
Hey, Juice Nation.
Oh shit. Hey Jesse, what are you drinking? This could kill some time.
A boosh late.
Is that sponsored by anything or?
It sure is, Nick. It sure is.
Oh yeah.
And that sponsor is. What's that? Scoble Wine. Scoble Wine.
Whoa. I haven't heard that in a little bit.
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to play it this week.
Yep, sure did.
Boom, tweeted. Tweet has been sent.
Nobody really gave us a chance for this game. I think what Bleacher Report's like cumulative like picks thing had 95% of the people choosing the Saints to win that game.
You know, if anybody actually if people bet on the Vikings, I bet they made a fucking killing.
Maybe. You know, sometimes though Vegas is a little bit more accurate than, you know, like experts in their picks. Just because like, I don't know, they're like, well, the Saints should kill him. But then Vegas goes like to see who's got runny noses and shit that week and like, I don't know.
I thought the Saints were gonna kill them. Scott and I were playing video games up until noon, and then I went, all right, well, I might be on back in an hour because the Saints are probably gonna destroy them. And Scott's like, yeah, I'm ready for it. So, and then he didn't.
Well, the thing is, like, I know we have that capability to play at that level, and I think, personally, I think I even mentioned it last week, that if we're on, we can beat anybody. But, like, it's just that we haven't really, like, shown it, especially lately. I mean, the week before that with the Bears didn't count, but like we had a chance to be better in our division against Green Bay, and we just looked like fucking idiots at home.
It
Of
would
course,
be-
we didn't have Dalvin Cook.
It would be,
makes all the difference in the
that's
world.
true. It would be fun to, I don't know who I want to win this weekend, but it would be fun to see the Vikings beat the Niners, and I guess grossly the Packers beat the Seahawks. And then the Vikings, and then the Vikings to beat the Packers to go to the Super Bowl so they can get embarrassed by the Ravens or Chiefs.
Yeah, like, although, I keep saying that like we put up quite a fight against Kansas City, and then I remember that Patrick Mahomes wasn't in that game. he just wasn't. But
I kind of feel like, can we just have a Chiefs-Ravens Super Bowl? It'd be a fun fucking Super Bowl.
although you never know, like there always remember. Prime example is the Giants Patriots. Patriots went into that game just like, hey, look at us, we're gonna fucking win by 50 points, and
That's true.
They lost.
I did enjoy the underdog winning that one. I'll root for the underdog. I didn't want to root for the Eagles. So.
I think it's fun.
That's fun.
Well, yeah. I think it's fun to be the underdog in all these games, and like knowing what I know and the potential that I see in like this team. I feel like being an underdog can be nothing but like a advantage for us at this point. But at what point are you not the underdog? Well, think about it though. Like, what team left would they not be considered an underdog against? They're an underdog against every single team left.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Maybe not the Seahawks anymore because they're so banged up. They have a lot of fucking injuries.
I'd still say that they would. That we would.
I would.
because of
I don't know.
Russell
If you
Wilson.
put, that's true. Wilson's great, and then you got Bobby Wagner. But if you got,
They already beat us once.
but I think right now if you put the Vikings against the Seahawks, the Vikings are going to beat the Seahawks.
I hope we play them then.
Because I mean the Eagles only lost by 8 points.
Oh my God! I can't believe they were even fielding a team.
Yeah. Josh McCown, man, he laid it all out there. There were a couple times where I was just like, "Don't do that," and when he was running, he got it slammed.
He was crying after that game. I heard. Sad.
No,
Saying, "Oh wow,
I didn't know that was his first playoff game
really?" Ooh.
or playoff start or whatever that he played in.
He didn't start.
Yeah, but playoff
in.
game that he played in.
Right. I think that last week I had mentioned some stats and stuff about how the Vikings
Did
played
you
the
just
Saints.
laugh about stats and stuff?
Yeah, because
like a
I'm thinking about how I screwed up because I was like, we played them we played the Saints in the regular season and we almost beat them except for like fumbles and stuff. We didn't play them in the regular season. We just didn't. I don't even know what I was thinking about. Or maybe it was the Seattle game. I can't.
correction, and this correction brought to you by Pro Football Juice. Which light?
Whoosh light.
What? Hey, I've been looking at this thing for like 2 weeks. How do you clean the fucking straw?
You run water through it. It's really the only thing you
It's not.
can do.
That's not sanitary though.
No.
But this thing's pretty fucking sweet. Shit! I forgot to bring the fucking trophy. I got it engraved and everything. I was so excited to bring it.
You didn't though. You didn't.
Damn it! I took it in yesterday, and he's like, the name? And I went, and I wrote it down. He goes, 2 years, you won it again, huh? I went, I did. He goes, did you cheat? I'm like, nope. I'm like, I went from last to 8th, and I won by dumb fucking luck.
I won by cheating, by like fantasy football standards. It's just that fantasy football is a complete crapshoot.
Like I just had to wait until it was so late in the season where his top 2 running backs who got him there were injured.
Yep. Speaking of which, I got my ring box. It's sweet. It's blue.
What do you mean? Did you get another one with a light
Yeah.
in it?
And this one is like blue on the outside, and then the inside it's like a blue ring.
I'll have
It's
to
got
take a
blue
look
in
after
it.
the podcast.
Yeah, it's money. But anyway, yeah, they didn't play them. We played them in preseason,
Okay.
but didn't actually play them. But there was some game during the season that I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Isn't it fucked up for a team to play each other in the preseason and the regular season? Because the Cowboys played the Rams in the preseason and the regular season.
Yeah.
I didn't think that
it's
they
pretty
did
rare.
that. Yeah.
Because I think they usually like try to stick to teams that you played like last year in the
I
regular
thought,
season.
yeah, I thought it was like teams that you wouldn't play during the regular season.
I don't think it's always the case. I think we ran into that like a couple of years ago or something too. But like,
I don't know why I'm just now bringing it up. I think I just noticed it because of Madden. Been playing some Madden, Juice Nation.
yep, we're back into it.
And a lot of Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
I'm surprisingly good at that game. It's fun. Scott's bad at it. He keeps getting last. He's really bad.
I'm not really good at racing games either, except for Rush 2 for the Nintendo 64. I fucking dominated.
I thought you were going to say Mario Kart.
No.
Crash Team Racing is reminding me of Mario Kart, but easier.
That's good. I used to play. I think I still have on my N64. What is it? Oh God, Diddy Kong Racing.
Nice.
I have that. That's pretty fun.
I gotta break out the N64 again. Put some GoldenEye on the projector. See
Do
what
they have
happens.
Do they have a mini one yet?
Weren't they making one? Weren't they gonna do like an everything? Like it was gonna have. It was like a different. I don't know.
I don't know. Dog.
To answer Emily's question, so Emily's on.
Oh, she asked a question.
Yeah, so this was like when we were talking about life's too short with work and Ricky Gervais. And yes, that what Liam Neeson did keep bringing up AIDS. He kept taking the improv to AIDS.
Also, we were talking about how much or I don't know if you still do, but I enjoy Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
His Golden Globes thing. But I also enjoy Stephen Merchant quite a good deal.
I do too. I like Stephen Merchant.
He had a good stand-up, I thought, once, and he
was
called
really
Hello
good
Ladies.
in Logan.
Yeah, he was. And then he also had a show on, I believe, HBO called Hello Ladies. Oh, it was great. I had a good time with that one.
I really liked him in The Office as well
Oh yeah.
because he was like was he the printer guy?
Augie? No, he was
What was
Augie,
it?
or one of Dwight's, not Dwight, but like the
I
British
thought
version of Dwight's friends.
I thought he worked there.
No, he wasn't. Because he's like, oh, how's the weather up there? You know, and he's like, oh, good one. Because David Brown was making bad jokes.
Yeah.
And then he just took it way too far, and he's like, oh, look at me, I'm a googly-eyed freak. He's like, and then Stephen Merchant was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then he like went off on this thing and almost started crying. He's like, I'm quite aware of that my eyes are quite bulbous.
I rewatched that show again, but it's painful.
It is painful. That's almost part of the beauty of that show.
Yeah.
It's insanely like uncomfortable to watch.
Mm-hmm.
How did that?
It's probably the most uncomfortable I've ever been while watching a show.
How is that? How did that become a thing? Like I don't recall that feeling at any point watching anything else until I saw the British Office.
Yeah. And then it because then The Office tried it with that first season. People were like, oh, it's hard to watch, and it's just like it doesn't even compare to the British Office.
I mean, I get it in some points.
Like the British Office is just David Brent is taking things to an extreme where you're just like, you should have been fired by now, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
That just reminded me of I think that of the cringeworthy moments in The Office that I can remember, the American Office. I just remember that scene where they were like had what kind of nationality they had on their head, and like Michael Scott went up to Kelly, who was an Indian, and he kept saying like, "Oh, look at the googie googie, look at the googie googie," and she just slaps him in the face.
That was the first season, right?
I don't remember. Was she in the first season?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, but I was
Was
just
that-
like, holy shit.
He like, whoa, ghosts, goats.
Specters. Man, with all these specters, I hope the sky doesn't fall.
Nice.
Quantum solace.
I thought you were gonna make a Phil Spector joke. I don't know why.
Isn't he dead?
I don't know.
Didn't he just die?
I think so.
Oh no. Oh, it was Don Imus that just died.
Yes, Phil Spector was the guy who killed people, who killed his wife, right? With the crazy fucking hair.
Yeah.
I think so.
There were, I just remember that scene where they were like had what kind of nationality they had on their head, and like Michael Scott went up to Kelly, who was an Indian, and he kept saying like, "Oh, look at the googie googie, look at the googie googie," and she just slaps him in the face.
Yeah.
Anyway, what?
I don't know.
Hey, you got some news.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh. Did
Yeah.
you see the photo of
do.
the press conference? So the press conference has Jerry, Mike McCarthy. Oh, Cowboys head coach now is Mike McCarthy. Yay! Everybody cheer! Woo! Mediocrity, baby.
Well, did we even podcast at the time that you got to celebrate Jason Garrett being fired?
No, because they didn't officially let him go until Sunday,
Yeah,
and then they hired McCarthy on Monday.
it was Monday.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They fired him Sunday, hired McCarthy Monday after a fucking sleepover. You know that comment that I sent you on Reddit? There was a comment on Reddit. It was like the interview process for Mike McCarthy, and it was Jerry asking Mike McCarthy, "Did Dez catch it?" And Mike McCarthy goes, "Yes." And then Jerry just goes, "You're hired." A reporter asked Mike McCarthy, "Did Dez catch it?" And he
I watched
goes,
that.
"Yeah." He could, back then it was.
He's like, well, back then, I overturned it, and they said it wasn't a catch, but it's definitely a catch today.
Yeah. And I was like, this fucking same thing. Same thing as that comment.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not a huge fan of it. We'll see. I like the fact that I like the coaches that he's bringing. He's got Jim Tomsula as the defensive line coach, Mike Nolan as the defensive coordinator.
Is that
Let's give
all
a shot.
official?
Yeah.
That should be good. I've always liked the fact that, like, when you bring in former head coaches as like coordinators and defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators, not only are they probably better just focused in on one thing, but like they can help.
Yeah.
Like they can help Mike McCarthy, like, and maybe de-stress it a little.
Apparently, when Mike McCarthy got fired, he spent the last year in like his garage barn studying with other former coaches, like old retired coaches and stuff, studying everything football, I guess. So that's neat. But I'm still not very excited about it. Like, wow.
That was a weird one.
I really wanted like a younger coach who's going to bring like fresh new plays to it, not a regurgitated Packers offense.
Well, hopefully he's bringing something new to the table. First of all,
Oh, I'm sorry. First of all, go for it.
I think that Mike McCarthy has a different team. So if he's any worth his salt or whatever, if he's a coach worth his salt, he'll figure out how to use what he knows with the pieces that you already have.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I
said he
mean?
wants to build a team around Dak.
I mean, that's probably not a great idea.
I don't think it is either, you know?
It's probably not when you have one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Yeah, like,
That's like we don't build our offense around Kirk Cousins. I'm not saying that Kirk Cousins and
I want to get your take on Kirk
Dak are
Cousins a
the
little later.
same player. I'm just saying that, like, it's built around Dalvin Cook because Dalvin Cook is the best offensive player we have, probably.
Yeah, the Cowboys don't seem to realize that when they run Zeke a piss load, they win. Or, well, no, they don't. They compete.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, it's... And once again, I got to wonder how much strings pulling is going on behind the scenes there with Jerry and
Steven?
Steven?
So that reminds me. So that's what I was going to say about the press conference. So there was Jerry, Mike McCarthy, and Stephen Jones. Mike McCarthy looks like he would be like he ate Stephen Jones as it's turning into him. They were all looked like they were wearing the same suits, which Mike McCarthy just looks fatter.
He looks pretty fat, but he was fat before.
I know. I don't respect fat coaches.
You don't respect Andy Reid, the Walrus? I mean, he's the Walrus.
Kool-Aid Man?
For fuck's sake. Yeah, the Kool-Aid.
No, you can't. If you're a fat fuck, like
Freddie Kitchens?
you shouldn't be able to. You should be as fit as your players. You shouldn't be. You should be as fit as the ref at least. Refs are running up and down the field.
I don't know. I liked Denny Green quite a good deal, and he was a fatty.
Yeah. I don't like fat coaches all that much.
How far did your skinny coach get you? Huh?
Good point. Good point.
How much luck have you had with your skinny coach?
Maybe he was so thin because he clapped all the time, burned all those goddamn calories.
No, I think it's because he was busy jumping how high that they wanted him to. Like, jumping from foot to foot as they shot ammunition at his feet.
I am glad that he's gone, but I don't know how much better our team's going to be. Because he also, I guess, rumor has it, Kellen Moore's staying on as the offensive coordinator. So, how much is going to change there? And I guess, but Mike McCarthy usually likes to call his own plays.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe... That's a good point, and like maybe it'd be a good opportunity for like Kellen Moore to get better.
Yeah, I mean he is young. This was his first offensive coordinating gig. He's gonna learn. He's gonna get better.
I think it's an opportunity for. I honestly, if you were like, hey, who would you rather have, Mike McCarthy or Jason Garrett? I'd definitely be like, yeah, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy.
If
What about
anything,
Mike
for
McCarthy or Marvin Lewis? Marvin Lewis did do quite a bit with that team, but the organization didn't really do anything to help him out.
Yeah, but no.
I just feel kind of bad for Marvin Lewis. I don't necessarily want Marvin Lewis as head coach. I should probably choose Mike McCarthy over Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis didn't do shit. I mean, did they even go to a Super Bowl? Did they
No.
do anything? He was there for fucking ever.
Yeah, they went to the playoffs pretty often.
The best
never-
chance
but
I think
never
that
won.
that they had was that year that they had Carson Palmer lighten it up, and he like blew out his knee or something like right.
Yeah, that's when they
in the
had
playoffs.
Ocho Cinco and T.O., right?
Possibly, and they had
Who's the running back?
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. How old is Gio Bernard?
Who?
Gio Bernard.
No.
Because I remember like Gio was there for a long time with somebody else.
It was Jeremy Hill and Gino Bernard, but they were there after.
really?
They were there
It was
after
Hill and
Ocho
Bernard?
Cinco.
I feel like it was somebody else.
I remember a big back, like a big dude running back. Ooh, I want
Icky Wood.
No,
You could do the Icky Shuffle.
I almost wanted to say Steven Jackson, but Steven Jackson went from the Rams to the Falcons, right? I'm way too close for the webcam. You guys are getting a lot of my like side profile because I'm like intense and in on this conversation. I'm not drinking Juice Nation, so I'm not melting into the chair. So I'm more engaged in this conversation. I'm in it.
I really want to know who that freaking running back was.
Hey man, that's why you got the internet.
Was it Jordan Palmer,
I don't know.
his brother?
Carson Palmer's brother,
Yeah, Jason.
Jordan. Jason?
Jordan. Yeah, he was an NFL quarterback. I think he was a backup for the Giants for a while. I think. No, that was Jesse Palmer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he was.
But Jordan Palmer was. He looked just like Jesus Christ. Carson Palmer on Pro Football References page, like the player picture for Carson Palmer looks like a goddamn mugshot. It's hilarious.
You know, look.
He's very disheveled.
It's like they woke him up. Carson, we gotta take a photo.
You take a picture of
I wore my jersey to bed to make it easier.
yeah. Did you? To make it easier? Or were you just wearing your
Did you pass out again?
11-5? The 2005 season they went 11-5. I feel like that's the year that he was a second year quarterback and he blew out his shit. Oh, AP Offensive Rookie of the Year that year was Cadillac Williams. So I need to look up the 2005
Bengals roster.
Bengals. God, Wikipedia is great.
While he does that, I will go over the other coaching news that I have. Is that all right? That I know of?
Please do.
The Panthers hired Matt Rule out of Baylor. They gave him, what, like 70 mil?
6 years. No, 4 years, $60 million with incentives to make it $70 million. and also they paid Baylor $6 million to buy out his contract.
Jesus Christ. That's a pretty big risk. I was looking at his, so his first season there, they went 1-11. Second season there, it was also mediocre, but this season they lit it up. Baylor lit it up, but then they lost in their playoff game or bowl game. So I'm just wondering, like, is he going to be another?
I didn't even know Baylor was good. I didn't.
I didn't either.
I didn't know Baylor was like. I didn't know that this guy was like a hot commodity until they started like naming people who were like.
Is he going to be a new Cliff Kingsbury, Cliff whatever, the Cardinals head coach?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do anything, but he coached Patrick Mahomes, so he got the job.
Right. Who knows? But like, he is the number 6 top highest paid coach in the NFL now. Now let's take a look, shall we, at the people who are above him. It's Bill Belichick,
Sean McVay.
Pete Carroll. Oh, you want to guess?
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to guess one of
go
them.
for it.
I figured
It's not Sean
Belichick.
McVay.
I wouldn't have figured Belichick being the highest paid one.
Yeah, apparently.
Because of, like,
I don't know if this is in order, but these are the 5 that are above him.
I would put Pete Carroll there.
Oh yes, Pete Carroll. Yeah.
3 more. Wait, so, okay.
One you should know. I mean, it's a big deal.
Is it Mike McCarthy?
No.
Okay, good.
But, I mean, it was like a big contract.
Oh, fuck. John Gruden.
Yeah. 2 more. One's a fuck.
Matt LaFleur? Okay. You just kind of assumed.
I don't even know if he is. He seems like an okay guy to me, actually.
Oh, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the other one?
John Harbaugh. All 5 have won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
So, I mean, they paid him because they won Super Bowls.
Yeah. All right. I figured McVay or Peterson would have been in there.
Peterson should have banked in on that Super Bowl win.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so and then also there Jesse and I were talking about it. The defensive coordinator from Baylor is going to be the possible defensive coordinator for the
Snow.
Panthers. Phil Snow.
Mhm.
Phil Snow.
Apparently, the owners are super pissed about how much money they gave him.
Really?
And they said that they're going to hurt him, or hurt David Tepper, the owner, by like locking him out of meetings and stuff like that. Just being bitches about it.
Is Temper the GM or the
Tepper,
owner?
yeah. No, the owner.
Okay.
But he doesn't give a shit because he makes $12 billion a year. He's apparently the most wealthy NFL owner.
Even more than Jerry? Wow.
Apparently, $12 billion.
Oh, okay. And so that's the Panthers.
Yeah.
The Giants at a left fucking field hired wide receivers coach, special teams coordinator Joe Judge.
Yeah, for New England. For
Yeah.
Patriots. Which I didn't even know this person existed.
Apparently Belichick reached out to the Giants and said that this guy would be a good fit, and it was pretty much all they needed.
Apparently, when they interviewed him, like he was one of the best
I saw that
interviews
too.
they ever had, or something. But I'm like, just another fuck up by the
Yeah.
Giants. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you can call Daniel Jones a fuck up though, because I saw some things out of Daniel Jones when I was like, all right, they didn't fuck up. Like he'll probably be good at some point. But
I wonder if he'll be another Josh Rosen though. Like maybe Joe Judge won't want Daniel Jones.
maybe.
I doubt it. They're not in a position where they can draft a quarterback. Well,
They might be.
they might be actually.
There's a few quarterbacks out there. Like Jake Fromm just said he was going in the draft. And others, because I don't fucking know college football.
Yeah, I don't either. They don't have a defensive coordinator yet, but Wade Phillips was fired from the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost wondering if Wade Phillips clings onto the Giants because then they have an established defensive coordinator who's had head coaching experience, could mentor this young coach. Basically, what he did for Sean McVay.
What they should do is make Pat Shurmur their offensive coordinator. Who better?
Well, Stefanski might get that Browns job.
Yeah. If Stefanski fucks off to the Browns, and for God's sakes, why would you ever do that? That sounds like the worst.
Head
idea
coaching gig,
possible.
but I also agree with you.
Like what? what Browns head coach has ever done shit after they've coached the
I
Browns?
think you
Besides Shermer, actually.
I think you have to be arrogant as fuck and be like, you know what? I'm the guy that turned that team around. That's what the last stupid arrogant fucks have done.
There's been so many. Though.
Yeah.
And, God.
Do you think they've had more coaches or quarterbacks over the past decade?
Quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know.
Quarterbacks. They've had like multiple in the same year.
Yeah.
Multiple years.
Yeah. Still a fun question.
Yeah, it is a fun question. Washington hired Ron Rivera. Did we say that last week?
Yeah, because that happened last fucking Wednesday, I think. I don't like that. Oh, and they got a decent defensive coordinator.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to figure that one out.
Mike
Oh,
Mularkey. is-
Jack Del Rio.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I like Jack Del Rio. He's a former Viking. That's probably why I like him. I like how he wears leather jackets. Did you know Mike Mularkey is retiring?
Yeah. Saw that today.
He was the,
Leather Jack Del Rio.
he was he was the Falcons tight ends coach when it all came down to
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know it either. I didn't know where he was. But to me, it's like, maybe he was just like, look, I went from a head coach. It's been many years, and I'm a fucking tight ends coach. It's like I don't need to be working.
For the Falcons,
Yeah.
too.
Well,
Hooper did have
Austin
a
Hooper
solid season.
had an amazing season. His stock might have actually been pretty high there. But yeah, so good
Are
run,
there-
Mike Mularkey.
Are there other head coaching?
That's all I had.
Brown's job is the only one that's left.
No,
It's the only head coaching job that's left.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Not as many firings this year as I would have figured, I guess.
well, I think it's
Pretty much
because
just the
I think it's
NFC.
because the people who sucked. I think you fired the people who were expected to be all right or be good and then sucked. The ones that sucked last year already had new coaches, and you don't really want to fire somebody after 1 year,
Except the Browns.
Yeah, but apparently there was a lot more going on there than him just being a bad coach.
I saw that Joe Judge is trying to get him in New York.
Why not?
The NFL is incestuous, man.
Yeah, but I mean, some people are good at doing specific things.
That's true. Pat Shermer's a good offensive coordinator and should be snatched up somewhere. I read a little thing today that the Eagles should really try to target him,
Yeah, I saw that too.
but I don't want them to.
You know the thing that really baffles me about like we're like, oh, if Kevin Stefanski goes, then they should get Pat Shermer back, which I'd be fine with. But like, I really wonder. I still, but really, what they would do is they just make Gary Kubiak their offensive coordinator.
You think?
Well, yeah, because he's already like the offensive.
I didn't think he wanted to
assistant.
be on the sideline play calling anymore
I don't know, maybe.
because of
not.
his heart or health or whatever.
Oh, is that what the deal was?
I thought he had health issues.
Oh. I knew he kind of did in Denver right at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like, then really only thing you need then is Gary Kubiak calling the plays and then like down to somebody who's on the sidelines.
Did you like Kirk Cousins now then? If you haven't heard, also we talked about it. Yeah, congratulations on the Vikings on the massive upset of the Saints.
Yeah, it was nuts. But
Huge.
But I want to go back for a second because I wanted to talk about Kevin Stefanski as a coach.
Yeah.
I still don't know if he's any good as a coach.
You think he needs like another year? Because this is his second year as offensive coordinator?
Well,
Or
not
first?
even because they fired what's his dick
Oh,
halfway
yeah.
through the season, John DiFilippo.
Yeah. Last year.
And last year they sucked offensively.
And then, so did Stefanski take over Filippo?
Yeah, for Filippo, yeah.
So this is a season and a half then.
Right.
Okay.
And he's been on the Vikings staff for like 14 years. He's been a coach or some sort of assistant with the Vikings since like Brad Childress. It's
Jesus.
seriously, yeah. He got hired in like 2005 or some
Oh yeah, they said that on during the game the
shit.
other day.
And I'm like, how? I just don't know how good he is at what he's doing. I don't.
Why?
It's seemingly going well, but at the same time, how much is that? Is Kubiak
I
like?
will say that, do you know, it's watching the game, they are the Vikings seem to be repetitive with their play calling. They did that reversal with I think maybe Thielen and Diggs or whatever, like twice, 2 times in a row.
Like the jet sweep.
Yeah,
reversal,
they kept doing, I think, a bootleg with Cousins because it worked one time.
Oh, they do bootleg with Cousins a lot. Like, but I think that actually is a play action thing, which is what they play on. They do a lot because of Cook. Like Cook will rip you right down the middle, and like if you get him on
9 yards in the first half,
yeah,
right?
if you get him off the outside, like he can rip it apart. And then what they do is they have him run, like they hand it, and then they bootleg Cousins out the other way because the defense is following Cook most of the time. So they do a lot of bootlegs. But yeah, I mean they do that stuff. But then like they're on the goal line, right? And they try to run with Cook twice to the outside and just gets fucking bombed.
Yep.
Like they did that twice. Like just got, I don't know. It was starting to get a little bit frustrating. Well, the whole game was fucking frustrating. The whole game was just like a
Mike and I were texting each other. I'm like, I'm super afraid to
Like-
text our group.
like white knuckle.
And I was watching antenna, so I was like 2 minutes ahead of
Oh,
both
yeah,
you guys. So I
well.
had to make sure I was timing out my congratulations text because I was really afraid I was going to ruin it for you.
Yeah, I was here, right? Brienne was there. The children were in the back room watching TV. And every once in a while, I would just jump out of my chair and scream at the TV.
Speaking of screaming at the TV, I've never yelled at so much at a game that wasn't the Cowboys than the Texans-Bills game.
Yeah.
I've never yelled at Josh Allen so much. He was so stupid in that second half.
Well, I mean, honestly, the first, like, he's what? This is his second year in the league?
Yeah, it's his first playoff game.
First playoff game. Like, he did that lateral.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, what the F was that, dude? What are you doing?
He looked really good in the first half.
Yeah, that whole team looked good in the first half. I mean,
That's what I thought. Like I thought it was over. It was 16-0 going into the half.
Yeah.
And then I was texting Scott. Scott's like, I stopped watching it. I told him I'm about to stop watching it. I was telling. I was just like, after if Texans don't score on this drive, I'm done. But then they scored, and then they scored a 2-point conversion. So I was like, fuck. All right. Well, I'm back into this game. And then it got so good. Holy crap.
yeah, that game was money. That game was money. The Titans-Patriots game was money.
Yeah.
Like, it was good football.
I
Holy
would
cow.
my two favorite games. I think the two most fun games to watch were the Vikings Saints game and the Bills Texans game.
I think
Seeing Tom Brady throw a pick six to end the game, it's kind of makes that game worthwhile.
That game was over though. He had like
Yeah.
they had like 9 seconds left or something.
Yeah, they had like 17 seconds, 99 yards to drive with no
right,
timeouts.
exactly. It was like yeah.
It was gonna be a real test of Tom Brady, and he failed.
Yeah, I don't hate on Tom Brady because there's no point anymore.
I don't hate on Tom Brady either, but I'm really excited to not see the Patriots in the playoffs or a Super Bowl.
I don't even know. I just like I just it's fine if they are. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously they're in the AFC, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's not really what I focus on.
Just like I don't want the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see the Seahawks
Well, I don't want
in
the
Super Bowl
Seahawks in
again.
the Super Bowl because I don't like the Seahawks.
Yeah. It's fair.
Really, the only two teams that I would even like give a shit about at this point are the Niners and the Vikings, and one of those two is going to be not.
It sucks that you guys are playing tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I thought the thing that I thought they would definitely do is like the teams that play on Saturday would play again on Saturday, and the teams that play on
No, they
Sunday
usually
would play
switch
on Sunday.
NFC and
Yeah, but
AFC.
that's bullshit because that gives us one less day.
But then it's like, well, the AFC had to play after 6 days. You get to play after 6 days this time. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly sometimes, except with the exception of the Niners, because the Niners needed the bye week because they had so many injuries. I honestly don't see the bye week as a good thing sometimes because of momentum.
That's true.
But the Niners are getting back almost every defensive weapon, which sucks. You really got to hope that the Niners are going to shit the bed offensively, which could happen. It could be too much pressure for Jimmy G.
I mean, I fully expect a defensive game. Like, our defense fucking showed up last week
Yeah, it did.
against one of the most high-powered offenses in the league.
Got Drew Brees to fumble it for the first time all season.
Yeah, I mean, granted, he was out for a few games, but like he doesn't fuck up usually that much, and he was like rattled.
I felt kind of bad for him. I like Michael Thomas, I like Drew Brees, and I like Alvin Kamara, but I don't like the rest of that team.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, Teddy Bridgewater, yeah.
Yeah, the rest of them. I don't know. Michael Thomas, I don't really have anything against. I don't think I have anything against Cam Jordan.
No.
I think it's softening the blow a little bit that I'm actually playing Madden as the Saints. Like, but
You got
I mean,
to fire Sean
yeah,
Payton.
I fired
so that
Sean
felt
Payton, which
good.
was great, like very great. And then anybody I didn't like, I just jettisoned.
I just have to keep reminding myself that they want to sign Antonio Brown
Right. There was,
and like try to work them out and everything.
so
There's
there's
ghosts again.
Yeah. There's this picture of Sean Payton with his hands out, like to shake Stephon Diggs' hand. Have you seen this?
Yeah, people were.
And he's doing the like this like celebration.
He
that the
shook his
Saints-
hand though.
Yeah, I mean exactly.
He
like-
did it. He did it up to him. He like did it up to him, and then he shook Sean Payton's hand, and then he kept going.
Oh well, you know the thing is like he could have just been fucking around, and then
Yeah.
Sean Payton came up to him.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Like I think
Like
it
when
was just
people
like
are
a-
like taking a snapshot of like him going
no.
to Sean Payton, and like Sean Payton has his hand out and being like, "Oh, fucking Stephon Diggs is a piece of shit."
No, Diggs was celebrating, and Sean Payton went up to him, and then they shook hands, and
Yeah.
then he continued to celebrate.
Right,
He wasn't
right.
doing it to be a dick.
But I think that like that
it wasn't like
that
Drew-
celebration was something that the Saints have been using all season or something, apparently. Which I didn't know, but whatever.
What about Sean Payton getting the Saints fans to do the a couple years back the Vikings chant or whatever?
No, that was Sean Payton going to Vikings fans in Minnesota and mocking the Skull
Yeah.
at them.
That was right before they lost, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's good shit.
that was instant. Karma. That was fucking phenomenal.
Fuck, I hate
I
Sean
was
Payton.
so mad. Not to mention Bountygate against us.
Yeah.
Like people were like, "Whoa, Stephon Diggs is such a poor sport," and Sean Payton, blah blah blah, just wanted to shake his hands. And then there was other people in the comments going, "Fuck Sean Payton." Don't you know Bountygate? Don't you know?
Yeah, no shit.
Don't you know the Skull Chant thing? They were right on top of it. They're like, "What does that make Diggs like just down to his level?" It's like, I
No,
don't give a
Diggs was just celebrating.
it's like I don't give a shit. Peyton is a piece. I don't like it. Let's put it that way.
I am really glad that the rumors weren't true, that Sean Payton isn't the head coach of the Cowboys, because you get those rumors every year.
Well, there was a Zimmer one too.
Yeah.
Did you see that they were like they were gonna trade for Zimmer? Like I'm like, you're gonna trade for Zimmer. That's what's going on? Yeah. No.
The Cowboys?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Didn't you hear that one? There was a rumor
We're on board, baby.
the Cowboys were gonna trade for Mike Zimmer.
Oh my God, I love some of the rumors that came out.
Who would you trade on the Cowboys for Mike Zimmer?
Okay, but you gotta give me something, like you gotta set a bar, because I'd just throw you a second or third stringer at that point.
How about I'm the Vikings? I'll be the
What are you
Vikings,
thinking,
and you
draft
be the
picks?
Cowboys.
Are you thinking draft picks?
I'm thinking whatever, man. What would be?
Well, it would depend what position you would need to fill. But you would probably need draft picks.
Who would you offer? Who would you offer me? I'm the Vikings. You're the Cowboys. You want Mike Zimmer from me?
Well, Collins and a 5th round draft pick for Mike Zimmer and a 4th round draft pick.
No.
No? All right. Fair.
Breaking: Donald Trump has announced that he's sending Mitch Trubisky over to Iran in an attempt to overthrow their leader.
That's the Onion?
No, it's something that Bears fan sent to me.
Oh.
He's gonna because Mitch Trubisky overthrows.
I thought you said Mitch McConnell, not Trubisky.
No, Mitch Trubisky.
I went full I went full news on you. Like I was expecting to say, like, man, that's good. I'm glad you weren't bringing politics into this shit.
Donald Trump has announced that he's sending Mitch Trubisky
Yeah, I heard
over to Iran in an attempt to overthrow their leader.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
He was announced as the starter next year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Trubisky's and gravy.
fine. It's fine with me.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
It means they're going to lose again.
beat him.
Oh. Well. Hey, man, it doesn't matter. You just got to play well enough to get to the playoffs. And make sure you play the Saints.
God, although if you think about what the Saints have had to go through the last like 2-3
3 years,
yeah,
man.
it's been like
3rd year, 3 years ago, the Minneapolis Miracle.
it's been pretty bad. Like,
Last year, the pass interference. This year, they're claiming offensive pass interference.
in the beginning of the year, I'll give them that. At the beginning of the year, that might have been called offensive pass interference because they were calling everything on offensive pass interference in the beginning of the year. But that kind of shit didn't fly.
I really didn't think it was that bad. They
were both
they got
fucking
away
around.
with some shit earlier in the game that should have been called.
Well, I mean, they were both fighting. Like,
Yeah.
And then at the end, he just went up and got it.
Yeah.
Like he did extend the arm. I won't disagree with that. Like, and
Who
I
was
was just
that?
like, ugh.
Who was that on? Like, who was that against?
Uh,
It wasn't Lattimore, was it?
No, cause I think Lattimore wasn't in the game.
Because I would have loved it if it was Marshawn Lattimore. I don't like Marshawn Lattimore.
You don't.
I don't like Janoris Jenkins either, so it would have been great
Oh
if it
yeah.
was him.
Oh, this is something that I keep trying to, that I keep forgetting to bring up. Like the Saints got Janoris Jenkins, right?
Ugh. Yeah.
But how? And like the Patriots ended up getting Josh Gordon. How do the good teams end up getting these good free agents?
So Jenkins
supposed
was
to be
cut
like
by
a
the
waiver
Giants
wire
because he,
thing?
but no one wanted to touch Jenkins
Why?
because so he tweeted out calling someone the R word, and then he called like
R
a
word?
fan
Racist?
no, like mentally handicapped.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
but then he said on Twitter then that he wasn't going to apologize because that's how he was raised. He didn't mean any. If you're offended by it, it's not what he meant. But he's gonna call you that because that's how he was raised. So the Giants were like, oh, you should apologize because you shouldn't be saying that to fans. And he's like, no. So the Giants cut him. No one really wanted to touch him, so the Saints picked him up.
I don't understand how nobody wanted to. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
I respect other teams
maybe
not
I'm
doing
an
it.
asshole.
Yes, I respect other teams not going to pick him up, and it's the same thing with like they don't care. They just want to win. Like they were kicking the tires on Antonio Brown. They brought him in. They raved about him, but they're like, let's find out if he actually raped these two women, or sexually assaulted these two women, and if the NFL will actually fine him with anything. Because like it just I don't know. I hate this whole like let's fucking win now bullshit. The Cowboys did it with Greg Hardy. It was gross.
It was pretty gross.
I just like I don't like the NFL sometimes, man. Because it doesn't matter if you are a garbage human. You just have to be good at what you do.
Well, here's the problem. I'm sure that they're in the NFL. This is not a new thing.
I know.
I'm sure there's been a lot of rapists and child beaters and drug users and people just saying horrible things to other people from the beginning of the NFL. But now people do it publicly or find out about it or things like that. They find out about it like it's in the news where it never was before. So
Yeah.
the NFL's always been this way.
I sometimes
Probably.
I can't imagine sometimes what the players are saying to each other when they're like tackling one another or like trying to
like
get
on
them.
the field and
yeah.
stuff, yeah. Sometimes it's mic'd up and you can hear some of that stuff that comes out like
Oh my God, I was tired of J.J. Watt being mic'd up you get tired of the same players being talked about constantly. J.J. Watt, Taysom Hill, like those are
Well,
two
it was
players
like that
were-
Russell Wilson when I had to watch Russell Wilson on Monday Night Football like, being mic'd up, and every single time they came back from commercial, they said, "Oh, let's hear what Russell Wilson had
Yeah.
to say about that," and it was all the same shit. It was like, "Come on,
Yeah.
let's go, guys, come on, we're gonna do this, we're gonna win this one, we're gonna get pumped up." Like I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't give a shit."
Yeah, I don't want them to be mic'd up. I just want to watch them hit each other.
Man, idiots. What's going on?
I don't know. We just got heated for a moment.
Oh, we're piping quite along here.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about every game.
Oh, let's go back to the thing you were talking about with Cousins or something.
Oh yeah. So earlier in the season, you did not like Kirk Cousins. He was overpaid and he wasn't doing shit. And then he kind of turned it on, and then you were talking about how it was Pro Bowl snub and stuff. So, and now that he's won a playoff game.
I mean, he whimpered at the end of the season too. I mean,
Yeah, I do remember texting Mike a couple times because Kirk Cousins had some fucking bonehead throws during the game, and Dalvin Cook is clearly your offense. But then Kirk Cousins does some fucking amazing plays here and there. So like, how do you still feel about Kirk Cousins?
Well, I feel like he's not great when he's asked to do everything himself. Like, for instance, against Green Bay, like Madison was injured, Dalvin Cook was injured. We had no running game to speak of. Then we're not going to win. You know what I mean?
Man, Cook was running through everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
Also,
thinking.
so was Madison. Madison
Madison's
was
good.
running as well and at times better than Cook.
Could you imagine if, like, we traded Mike Zimmer for your entire offensive line? we swapped offensive lines, and
I don't know why there's this. Well, I don't know why people think the offensive line is so scary anymore. They're old and they're hurt all the time.
maybe, but like our offensive line against Green Bay looked like absolute fucking dog shit.
I honestly thought your offensive line has been a significant improvement this year.
Oh, it has been, but I mean, they're still not that great. That's the problem. Like, I mean, if teams know that it's gonna be Kirk Cousins, then there's no chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, you know, Mike Boone, like,
Well, he lit it up that week after. Boone did. Oh, but that was really nothing to lose. Cousins wasn't even in that game.
No, Cousins wasn't in that game. Fucking Sean Mannion was in there. That, if anything, that just proved, and I'm sorry, Bears fans, how much the Bears have drastically dropped off. Because we had our like second and third stringers in there, and we made it a very competitive game against all the Bears.
I'm
starters.
still blaming that. I'm blaming Pagano for their defensive woes.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, they were kicking ass. I remember the first game we played them. It was like, or the first couple weeks, we were just like, holy shit, it's just gonna be the Bears from last year again.
Khalil Mack had a drop off.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Like, they just weren't that great. I mean, they weren't that good. But like, if Kirk Cousins, if the game falls squarely on Kirk Cousins' shoulders, it's not gonna be good. But along with a running game, like with Cook and with Madison going like back, like carrying it, then fuck yeah. Take a little
man.
bit of pressure off him,
This
and
game-
he'll be so much better.
This game that's coming up, it's like the offenses are very similar. Like your running game, you've got with Cook and Madison, and they've got Mostert and Breida, and I guess Coleman, but let's Mostert and Breida.
McKinnon
Yeah, but he's on IR.
forever.
Yeah, and then tight ends Kittle and Rudolph.
Though
Kittle's better than Rudolph,
I mean,
but
Kittle is scary as fuck.
yeah. Wide receivers, you guys win in the wide receiver area.
I would think.
I would say your quarterback play is about the same. Like sometimes you don't really know what you're going to get with Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G is dependent on a good run game. Like
I
Kirk
think
Cousins
Kirk Cousins
is
is
a
better
good
than Jimmy Garoppolo. Like,
I don't know if I can make that
especially
statement.
this season. Like this season, like I can't honestly say that Jimmy G has been like if you look at it statistically, which Kirk Cousins usually has pretty good statistic years, like then Jimmy G's been the benefactor of an amazing defense and a good running game, which I mean you can say that for Kirk Cousins too. But I mean, like statistically,
Yeah,
I mean,
Garoppolo-
it's close.
Garoppolo has a 102 QB rating, threw for 3,978 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions.
Okay.
Are you looking up Cousins?
Yeah, let's do that
Okay.
so that we don't have to. We have the stuff in front of us.
He had some fucking baller games, but he's also had some garbage games. His worst game was against Seattle. Nope. I would take that back. Washington, where he threw for 151 yards and 1 interception.
Let's see. I don't have QBR on here for some reason. But he had 69.1% completion percentage, Lamau. 3,603 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions.
So he had significantly less interceptions. I think what you said is going to come down. I think you said this earlier. It's going to come down to the defense.
I think it's going to be, yeah, I said it, I think it's going to be a very defensive game. What did you say Garoppolo's? Oh. Did you say passer rating?
It's a
QBR. Really?
That's what Google said anyway.
Wow.
Why?
What did you look up?
I just did Jimmy Garoppolo's stats, and that's what pulled up on my. I'll type in Kirk Cousins stats and see what I get. Kirk Odiferous Cousins.
96.8 rating. So that would be passer rating, not QBR.
Oh, okay.
QBR is like ESPN's thing. Because, like, Kirk Cousins only had a 58. I'm like,
Oh, but his was 107. So he had a better passer rating or whatever.
yeah. I mean, he had one of the best passer ratings in the league.
But yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. I still think I'm going to pick the Niners, but I'm not going to be. I'll be surprised, but I'm not going to be as surprised as I was them beating the Saints.
I feel like the matchup, we almost match up a little bit better with the Niners than we do
the Saints. Yeah. Oh man, I would have pegged the Saints going to the Super Bowl. Like I don't think the Niners would have been able to beat the Saints again.
Yeah, you were pretty high on the Saints.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fuck, man. I don't think Seattle's going to do it. I keep forgetting about the fucking Packers, and I really don't want them to win or go to the Super Bowl.
I just don't think they're as good as the record shows. I can't really say that with like amazing confidence because they beat us twice. But like some of the games that they played that they lost were just like, what the fuck was that?
They've got a decent, good defense, a good running game, a good quarterback, and wide receivers. Their receiving core, I think, is weak. Devontae Adams, and then that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, they got smoked by the 49ers, 37-8.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I was trying to see like who else they lost to because it was.
Did you guys play the Niners already? I mean, once this season?
We played them last year, I believe. And
They beat the hell out of you at game one.
No, we beat them. Pretty sure.
No, the Niners, they won because it was like one of their only victories last year. Right? Or was that like 2 years ago? I'm gonna look this
No, you're
up.
thinking about like the Bills. We got
No.
beat by the Bills randomly.
No, I think the Niners won.
Nope. Chargers beat them 26-11. And who else beat them? The Eagles beat them 34-27. So they got weird losses.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because we won the opener last year and then our whole season collapsed.
Okay, so then that's what happened. Yeah. Sweet.
We played them. Oh, what the fuck? That doesn't seem right. We beat them in the preseason in 2017. Does that count?
I don't know. What are we looking up now? Still.
What are you looking up now still?
Nothing. I put my phone down.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so let's do picks, I guess.
Have you only had the one beer?
Yeah, I'm only having this one beer. Wow. I was going to have no beers, but then, like, in solidarity. But I had to do a Skullberry wine.
Yeah, it's weird not drinking during the podcast. It feels weird. It feels weird.
Okay, so let's do the games. Why not?
Do
The games. Divisional playoff. The first Minnesota versus San Francisco. Fuck you. I picked Minnesota. Tennessee versus Baltimore.
I mean, hold on. I'm also picking San Francisco.
Yeah, I know you are. I don't. What? No.
Yeah,
Tennessee versus Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I'm actually
Unless Ryan
kinda-
Tannehill plays
Kind of
better.
looking forward to this game, but we
Like-
won't see it
Will we?
Saturday night.
No, AFC's on Sunday.
No,
No?
no.
Man, there's Saturday. Unless it snows a bunch.
Well, you guys could still go. You guys are weird about driving in the snow.
No, I mean, it's just if other people are going to make it.
Yeah, but you'll
Out of
still
Cedar
make it.
Rapids and Des Moines and shit. Oh, yeah, I guess. I need to call bowling alley. Well, hold on. Put your mouth up.
Put your mouth up.
There's, I called one last week, and they were just like, no, it's first come, first serve. But that was for 8:30, but now it's 7, so I need to call again. Or 7-ish.
Hey, call again, man.
No. Excuse me. Anyway, Tannehill did not play very well last week. But also the Ravens defense isn't as good as the Patriots defense. If Derrick Henry keeps running the way he's running, and if Tannehill plays like he did a few weeks back, it's going to be a good fucking game.
Here's one thing that Tennessee can do, right? Tennessee can run you with Derrick Henry and take 10 minutes off the clock because they'll just run him and run him and run him and run him, and then
Yeah.
just choose the clock to keep Jackson off the field.
They just need to watch those games where teams held Lamar Jackson in check and find out how they did it.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely going to be looking at a lot of that tape. That's for sure.
Whoa.
Did you pick? We both picked Baltimore.
Do you ever, sorry to pause this real quick, do you ever get a kick what the fuck are you talking about, out of Booger McFarlane shit?
Oh,
And do you
yeah.
think he does it on purpose anymore? Because there was one where he was just it was now if they go for the 2 and they make this, it's going to be a 3-point game, and they're going to have to drive down there and either kick a field goal or score a touchdown to win, to tie or win this game. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? What?
You're like, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Man, he's just.
He's the new Madden. Madden used to do that shit all the time. One of my favorite quotes. I had I think one year Brienne got me a football factoid, calendar, tear-off calendar once. And one of them was a John Madden quote that says, "The key to Atlanta defense is that they play well on defense." And I was like, right you are, John Madden. What a gem from a legend. Madden used to do that kind of shit all the time.
But no one cared because of John Madden.
Yeah, it's just whatever. He's senile and he's out there the camera's pointed at the stand. I remember this specifically watching a game once. He was like, "No, look at this. This guy's got a hot dog, and this guy's he was circling the thing out in the crowd the vendor with hot dogs circling him, and he's like, and he's gonna pass it to this guy." And I was like, "What the hell?" Houston versus Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City.
I have Kansas City as well. Although I also think that might be a good game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish I was saying Bills.
Yeah, I wanted the Bills to win too. But that second half, they did not deserve to win that game anymore.
Oh man,
That was bad.
yeah, that first half though was awesome.
Yes. It was great.
I think the Bills are a good team.
Josh Allen has got to get his shit together.
Well, I mean, he will. That's the craziest part about it is that Devin Singletary is amazing, right? And he's only going to get better. Josh Allen's probably only
That
going
dude
to
is
get better.
Devin Singletary is slippery. They couldn't bring him down.
It's funny they were showing this angle from behind the offensive line when they handed him the ball, and you just kind of see him like let's just say that this is your average from here to here is your average like defensive lineman. And Devin Singletary's just like zing, zing, like he was getting lost.
Yeah.
Like he was just kind of like going down and like kind of just weaving through
Yeah.
everybody. It was amazing.
That reminds me of the fucking Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
thought he was dead. I thought where he should have been sacked, and then he just
And he just
got out of it.
He just
Yeah.
spun out of it.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like that too, but I was like, yes, they got him. I'm like, fuck no.
Oh man, I hope the football this weekend. The football. I hope the games are as good this weekend as they were last weekend. I hope tomorrow's isn't as Saturday isn't as stressful for you.
Oh
as
God,
last
it's gonna
week.
be.
Scott can't go to that game, so he wants me to text him updates during it.
What do you mean you can't?
Sorry, he can't watch the game. He's going to a bachelor party where they're going to a college basketball game, front row seats. And he's like, I'm so excited. I'm like, but it's a college basketball game. Who gives a fuck?
What college?
Wow.
Like Drake?
No, it's I think a good Virginia team.
Like Virginia? Virginia Tech?
Either that or VCU or West Virginia State or fucking no. I don't watch basketball.
Seattle versus Green Bay.
I think Green Bay's gonna win.
I put Seattle.
I get it. I honestly think I've got all the. I'm picking everybody that you expect to win.
I feel like I'm picking all the people that you'd expect to win
No, you.
besides Minnesota.
Did you pick the Titans or Ravens?
Ravens.
Oh, okay. And you picked the Chiefs,
Yes.
and you picked the Packers. No, you picked Seattle. I don't think you think people expect Seattle to win.
I thought so. I don't think that. Oh man, we didn't even talk about it. I had some other stuff that we just didn't even talk about. Like, there's going to be 5 Heisman winners in the Tennessee-Baltimore game. Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Lamar Jackson, RG3, and Mariota. That's kind of fun.
I wonder if they'll all play at some point.
Maybe.
They bring Mariota out.
Yeah, they do every once in a while. Tom Brady says he's got more to prove, but he will not sign a team-friendly deal. And he's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Breeze is a free agent. Teddy Bridgewater's a free agent.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I guess Taysom. Maybe they'll just have Taysom Hill.
The Saints are going into the offseason with no quarterback under contract, except Taysom Hill, I guess, if you call him a quarterback.
The last time Derrick Henry played Baltimore was in 2018. He got 21 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah. How many touches did he have? Like,
I don't know.
I thought I saw that it's like 7 touches or whatever.
But honestly, that was the old Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
This is the new Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an article on Bleacher Report. I don't know if you saw this, but it said that Aaron Rodgers needs to put up or shut up. If Green Bay can't go to the Super Bowl with him, he needs to go.
I saw the title. I didn't read it.
I read it a little bit.
How was it? Pretty good.
They were just pointing out that, like, because of Aaron Rodgers, the GM's been put in a different position in the organization. The coaches have been out. The playbook has been drastically changed. The spending that they've had to do has been severely altered because of his contract. Put $134 million on the line. If he can't win, then they've done a lot to pander to him, and if he can't take him to the Super Bowl, then he's got to go. He's the problem.
Yeah. They could. Yeah. Oh man, that's great. I hope they lose.
Like they said that what would they say, like there was like a pro and a con. The pro Rodgers argument is that he has been the league's best pure passer and playmaker since 2011, and he has only looked ordinary for long stretches of the last 3 to 5 seasons because of stale game plans and weak supporting casts.
But there's a weak supporting cast because he wants all the money.
2, this is the anti-Rodgers argument. His accuracy and big play capability decline incrementally each year, but he has turned out coaches and ignored open receivers for so long that has such a huge salary. What? For so long and has such a huge salary and gift for passive-aggressive blame deflection that no one in Green Bay has the authority or courage to force him to adjust. Dang, that was a sick fucking.
That was good. I like that. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. It's nice hearing this.
Yeah, because most other people just blow smoke up his ass constantly. That's all you hear about is just like people blowing smoke up his ass all the time. He's the GOAT. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like maybe, but
Not since 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
I don't know. If you, I almost like don't know if I like him or Favre. Like if someone said like you need to have one or the other, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre.
Oh, Brett Favre. Brett Favre's a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers.
I do. It's a tough argument.
Oh, I don't think it's a tough argument. But also, I could be biased, but I think Brett Favre. I think Brett Favre is a better quarterback. It was also, football was different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Who do you say you don't know?
I don't know.
Fuse Nation, if you're listening,
had-
let us know.
I had Brett Favre, first of all.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And Brett Favre had a really good fucking season.
He did have a really good season. And I mean, like, just like after all the years of all the shit that he put us through, I feel like we've had more success against Aaron Rodgers than we had against Brett Favre.
I had so much respect for Favre. His like 40th year, his 40-year-old body was really just putting it out on the line. My most respect to the game where he played, it was like the Ice Bowl 2, where he played and Adrian Peterson didn't want to play because he didn't want to get hurt or whatever. And Favre was just like, I don't give a shit, and I think he ended up getting hurt because Joe Webb played at one point in that game. I respected Favre towards the end, like how much he, like.
Yeah, I mean,
put it all
like
out.
he obviously like wasn't. He obviously probably should not have been out there.
No, he shouldn't have played that 2010 season.
No, like his last season, he definitely shouldn't have been there. Although I understand, like, and when he did come back, I was excited because of the success that we had the year
Yeah,
before.
I mean,
Bounty Gate,
the
our Super Bowl.
The alternatives were what? Christian Ponder and Joe Webb.
Yes, I think so.
I always liked Joe Webb.
I like Joe Webb too. Like they had a Blazer package that they would put him in on because the Blazers was the name of his college team. UAB, I believe, is it? Like University of Alabama.
He's on the Ravens now, right?
Yeah, I saw him somewhere.
I think he's like does special team stuff with the Ravens.
I saw him somewhere because he did a long stretch with the Panthers, I believe.
I think he did a kick. I thought he was a kick returner now.
So get this, like another thing that I had to constantly listen to on the Saints game, and I don't know if you noticed this, they kept referring to the Brett Favre like the 2009 NFC like game, that Brett Favre game, the Bounty Gate like year, and like they kept referring to it, and they kept saying like the last time they were like, blah,
But they
blah,
wouldn't
blah.
say Bountygate.
And then they said, and the Saints went on to win the Super Bowl and this and that. And they said it like at least 3 times. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. That was Bountygate here. Like you have no. You should do more fucking research.
They won the Super Bowl that year then?
Yeah,
Right?
they won the Super Bowl
I'm
that
really
year.
surprised it didn't like get stripped
Oh,
from
they're not
them
gonna
or
get
whatever.
stripped. Like after they won the Super Bowl, their coach got suspended for a year for cheating.
Yeah.
Like I think I even was yelling at the TV out loud.
The defensive coordinator also got suspended for a year.
Well,
right?
no,
Greg Williams?
I think he actually like.
I thought he got suspended for a year too.
Oh, maybe he did. I was trying to think who took over the team while he was gone. I don't remember.
Oh, fuck.
Because I almost thought it was Williams.
It was a really bad season for them. It was great.
I was just like, I was irate because I was like, you guys are fucking morons. You do realize that they cheated to win that game. And like, they're just like, they didn't even talk about it, swept it under the rug. And then after the game, I switched to Monday Night Football or whatever with the douchebags, Tony Dungy and, what's his dick? For the old Patriots.
Oh,
And they were just both railing on the game about on the Vikings for winning like the last play and stuff. It was like, oh no way, this is offense prepared. They shouldn't have won, like blah, blah, like all this stuff. I'm like, fuck you. You just wanted to go to New Orleans next week.
yeah.
Jeez. I was hyped up, bro. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had.
Okay, let's see.
I'm playing the outro.
Oh, you're
What are
playing
you
the outro.
What are you doing? What are you looking up?
I'm trying to find out who coached while Sean Payton was gone.
Some cheater.
Oh, there was a guy named Brian Adams on the team.
Whoa. The only honest guy on that team.
I
They
lost
had,
interest.
I think they had Darren Sharper. Did they have Darren Sharper at that point?
Oh.
And Darren Sharper like went to jail for raping a bunch of women, like doing the Cosby thing where he gave him drugs and stuff. Can't really say much about him though because he was also a Viking.
Yeah.
I think he was also a Packer.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, you could tweet us at Pro Football Juice.
Hashtag.
Juice Nation.
Facebook is pretty much the same thing. Pro Football Juice on Facebook.
You can listen to this podcast anywhere that podcasts are available.
Yeah. Watch old clips or you can watch the whole podcast again on YouTube, right?
Well, yeah.
And the tubes of you.
Yeah, sometimes I screw up with some of my own personal.
You really?
Yeah, there's like 4 episodes. Like
Who watches them on YouTube
nobody.
anyway?
So I was like, I could fix it, but I don't.
Yeah.
You can watch us live every time we do this on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You can do a drinking game of what shirt I'm going to wear because most of the time it's always going to be my tie-dye.
Yeah, if you get the 6-pack for every time you see him wearing a beard today.
Oh yeah, you got so much to create. Pro Football Juice bingo. Yeah.
I just like some shit.
Yeah. Thanks to Arcadian Brewing.
Oh, thanks for smoking repair.
Hey man, thanks for back.
Thanks to Shimon Emily's.
Oh, Emily.
No cats this time.
No, Bill was here at the beginning. It was kind of fucked off.
Was he here at the beginning? JB was.
Oh,
sitting
well,
there.
Bill was here when we were talking, just shooting the shit.
Oh.
I scratched him
Oh, nice.
on his side. I think that's it, though. Yeah. I guess. So long fucking just dragging that exit.
Yeah, I could never. I could keep trying to go back to see how long the intro's been playing. I think we made it.
We need a mixer or something.
I don't know, man. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Like I haven't had, knock on wood, any like problems with this stuff for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I also dig not having the fucking mic stand in my face.
Yeah, I like these, although I haven't really like gone back to see how they actually sound.
No one's really complained about it. The only complaints I hear are the occasional. There was a video